Intelligent lighting fixtures are quite simply any light or lighting accessory whose functionality is controlled by an onboard computer chip. Wow, that still kind of sounds stuffy, doesn't it? Maybe we can make it clearer. If you have a piece of equipment that plugs into power, like the wall, and plugs into a DMX cable, which looks like a microphone cable, it's probably intelligent. In this example, you'll see input and output for DMX and power, as well as control display and buttons. This is, without a doubt, an intelligent light. Okay, but perhaps it's a little bit easier to explain in the inverse. The opposite of an intelligent light would be what we call a conventional light, meaning any light that if you were to plug it into a wall outlet, it would just turn on without the light board telling it what to do. A desk lamp would be a conventional light. A Fresnel would be a conventional light. An ellipsoidal or a LECO would be a conventional light. These are lights that typically plug into a dimmer, and the dimmer is the actual device that controls the intensity of the light. Intelligent fixtures, on the other hand, are self-contained. They're told what to do by a light board, but all their functionality lives inside the light itself, which is mostly a true statement. And then the onboard computer chip tells the motors and the wheels and the doodads what to do. This is why they have regular plug-in cables and should never, ever, 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 ever be plugged into a dimmer. Just like we would never, ever, 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 ever plug your laptop into a dimmer. They need a constant, consistent, a regular voltage. Okay, so let's break it down a step further. We typically split these out into two categories: intelligent lights and intelligent accessories. An intelligent light would be a fixture that gives off light. So that could be like a moving head LED light, such as these, or that could mean a conventional looking fixture, but that is actually driven by an LED, such as these. Or perhaps something a little bit different like strip lights or strobe lights or DJ dance lights, such as these. Intelligent accessories, on the other hand, would be pieces of equipment that attach to conventional lights or that don't give off any light themselves. Examples of these would be something like a DMX iris, which slips into an ellipsoidal and makes the beam smaller or larger, or perhaps color scroller, which is a string of various colors of gel that can scroll from one color to another. Accessories could be a device that has a very small and specific function, but needs to be controlled by the light board, such as a disco ball rotator, or maybe a power relay, which is just fancy word for a light switch, or maybe a projector dowser. Or an intelligent accessory could have a much richer function, such as atmospherics. Examples of these could be a fog or a haze machine, or an ice fogger, or a snow maker. There are so many possibilities of devices that are DMX controlled. If you want to control something using a light board, a DMX option probably exists out there. Again, the easiest way to identify a device, whether it's an intelligent device, is how it plugs in. Here, for example, you'll see the back of an Elation brand LED light that has a number of spots to plug in cables. But put simply, they're all about power and control, or DMX. You'll notice that both power and DMX have inputs and outputs, meaning you could hop cables from one light to the next, often called daisy chaining. You'll also notice that the DMX cable can either be a 3-pin or a 5-pin XLR cable. 3-pin XLR is usually called a microphone cable, whereas 5-pin XLR is usually called a DMX cable. Still not sure? Well, that's why lights come with instruction manuals. Can't find the instruction manual? Well, good news, there's always Google. In the previous chapter, we had you using all conventional fixtures, meaning you could control only the intensity. And all the subsequent worksheets and chapters and lessons will also use intelligent fixtures, meaning you'll have a lot more options and features to control. And in case you were wondering, no, we don't have any snow machines in the worksheets. Sorry, because I prefer the beach.